Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss Ray Bradbury's short story called There Will Come Soft Rains, and it's a very interesting story. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. In this video, you will find the central message of the story, a detailed summary of the story. I have analyzed for you the automated house as the central character of the story, and I have also provided a detailed line by line explanation of the poem which is present as a part of the story. Ray Bradbury was an American author known for his imaginative and thought-provoking science-based fiction and fantasy stories. He often explored themes like the dangers of technology and the resilience of human spirit. There Will Come Soft Rains is one of his most famous short stories, showing his talent for creating vivid and haunting narratives. Now, the story is written in the aftermath of World War II and during the peak of Cold War. The story reflects the anxieties of the time regarding the destructive power of nuclear warfare. The story is based on a poem of the same name by Sara Teasdale, where it is imagined that nature is gradually trying to reclaim Earth after humanity's extinction. And strangely and interestingly, the main character in this story is not a human being, but the story revolves around an automated house which serves as the main character. While there are no human characters directly present, the remnants of human life are depicted through the house's routines and memories. The central message of the story revolves around the inevitability of nature's dominance over human civilization. No matter how much we human beings think that we are superior to God, to nature, there will always be times where through natural occurrences or disasters, nature will try to prove its worth and superiority, whether it is the recent earthquakes in Japan or any other such natural occurrences. So the story warns against the dangers also of unchecked technological advancement, and it serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of war and trying to fidget or disturb nature. I will quickly give you a summary of the story, and then I'm also going to discuss about this automated house in details. So the structure of this video might be a little different, but if you watch it till the end, you will get complete clarity about this story. So the story begins in a fully automated house, and it performs various tasks to maintain itself. It wakes up the non-existent occupants, prepares breakfast, and provides reminders about important events. Despite its efforts, the house is devoid of human presence. That means there are no human beings who live in this house, but there are only echoes of the routines of the house which go on and try to fill up the otherwise empty space of the house. Now, throughout the day, the house continues to work with robotic mice, cleaning and maintaining the interior. Meanwhile, outside, the remnants of a destroyed city are also visible, serving as a stark contrast to the house's clean and pristine condition. An example of the house being cleaned regularly is seen in the sentence, "In the living room, the voice clock sang as if it were afraid that nobody would." The robotic mice clean the house, and it is explained in the line, "Out of warrens in the wall, tiny robot mice darted. The rooms were a crawl with the small cleaning animals, all rubber and metal." Despite the absence of humans, nature begins to reclaim the surrounding landscape of the house. Its exterior is charred from the past fire, because remember in the beginning I mentioned that Second World War was over, and somewhere near the Cold War time is when the story is set. But there were 5 painted silhouettes depicting the scenes of human activity as well. Meanwhile, the garden continues to thrive unaffected by the destruction around it. Now, as the day progresses, the signs of decay begin to appear in the house. A dying dog enters, followed by the gradual breakdown of the automated systems. Eventually, there is a fire that breaks out in the house, and the technology that was driving this house and controlling its activities, everything is gone. So the house controls the environment, it constantly adjusts the temperature and humidity as needed, because the line in the text is that the breakfast stove gave a hissing sigh, the garden sprinklers whirled up in golden founts, filling the soft morning air. The house also reminds occupants of the important events and tasks such as birthdays and bill payments. The house provides entertainment and comfort, including playing music and preparing meals. The house has a security measure in place. The house quivered at each sound. No, not even a bird must touch the house. So we see how gradually the house is adapting to the changes in the environment, such as adjusting its routines based on the weather conditions. However, towards the end, we see how the technology also is not able to function for a very long time, and ultimately what happens? The entire house is burned down. So what is the role of this automated house in establishing the story? First is setting the scene. The automated house serves as a primary setting of the story, establishing the futuristic and technologically advanced world in which the story takes place. Secondly, the house's routine and activities create an eerie atmosphere of extreme emptiness and loneliness because of the absence of human presence. It is mentioned somewhere in the walls, relays clicked, memory tapes glided under electric eyes, and the rain tapped on the empty house, echoing. The story also shows that the house functions in an automated manner, and it highlights the theme of the limitations of technology. The rest was a thin charcoal layer. How carefully it had inquired. Who goes there? What's the password? The house also symbolizes humanity's reliance or dependence on technology, and what can be the consequences of believing in technology unchecked. In summary, we can say that this automated house is a central character which not only performs various functions in the story but also plays a crucial role in establishing the story's setting, atmosphere, and themes. It highlights the detailed routines of this automated house and how eventually it is consumed by the very technology. So we see through this house that it provides a commentary on humanity's relationship with technology and nature. Now, for a better understanding of the story, let us also decode the line-by-line meaning of the poem which is there in the story. There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground. So this line evokes the image of gentle, refreshing rain and the earthly scent that follows. Nature continues its cycles indifferent to human events. The soft rains symbolize the peacefulness of nature's processes, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound. So the swallows are flying in circles and they create a graceful movement in the atmosphere. Nature's beauty and harmony remains intact despite human actions. The swallows going in circles highlight the eternal rhythm of nature, and frogs in the pools singing at night. So the frogs in the pools depict a serene, peaceful nighttime scene with natural sounds, and they symbolize nature's resilience. And wild plum trees in tremulous white, that is, the wild plum trees are blooming in white flowers which evoke a delicate and ethereal image. Nature continues to thrive and renew itself regardless of human activities. The white blossoms symbolize purity and renewal. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on low fence wire. That is, the robins with their fiery feathers are singing on a fence wire, which create an image of vibrant birdsong. And not one will know of war, not one will care at last when it is done. That is, nature will remain unaware or unaffected by human conflicts and wars. Despite destruction by war, nature remains ignorant and it continues with its timeless rhythms. It remains indifferent to the end of human conflicts and the fate of mankind. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. That is, neither the birds nor trees would be troubled or affected by the extinction of mankind, even if humanity is completely wiped out. So it emphasizes the insignificance of humanity in the larger context of nature. Just as trees, the birds, the sky, the animals are important part of nature, human beings are also a part of nature, and nature treats everyone equally. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we are gone. That is, even the arrival of spring would not be affected by humanity's demise. Spring would hardly notice or be impacted by the absence of mankind. So this line emphasizes the poem's central message of how nature remains indifferent to human existence. It suggests that in the grand scheme of the natural world, humanity's presence is fleeting and insignificant. So to understand the major themes of the story, first of all, the story explores the contrast between the artificial world created by technology and the resilience of nature. Despite the attempt by human beings to control their environment, it is nature that ultimately prevails. No matter how advanced the technology was in this automated house, ultimately by chance, when it caught fire, the entire house was burnt down. Through the depiction of the automated house and the ruined city, the story writer highlights the fragility of human existence in the face of disaster. The story serves as a reminder of the potential consequences of war and technological advancement. Thirdly, the story also critiques human pride, arrogance, and the belief in our own invincibility, or if I could say that, human beings tend to think that we are the most superior creatures in the world. However, despite our advancements, we remain vulnerable to the forces of nature and the consequences of our actions. And lastly, while the house operates autonomously in an independent manner, it is also filled with memories and reminders of its past inhabitants. This highlights the importance of memory and human connection in shaping our understanding of the world. You cannot ignore human beings, you cannot ignore nature. The only way out, the middle path, is a blend of technology, nature, and human beings for a comfortable coexistence. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.